As promised, we're going to do a contest. Not just a giveaway, this one's actually going to be a contest. You're going to have to actually do something. We'll get to that at the end of the video. Really quick, what I wanted to go over was change to the pack. I said something about it on Facebook. I wanted to show it off here real quick. So everybody saw, you may recognize the ILBE bag from the Self-Reliance Illustrated article. Big change to it though. I removed the entire suspension system and put it on an REI external frame. Really easy to do. Down here at the bottom, kind of hard to see them, and there's no good way to show them off, is just a piece of webbing that I took and melted a hole through and then ran a pin back through it, one of the original REI frame pins. There's another one up at the top here. This one has also got the shoulder straps connected to it, but I used a 10x32 stainless steel machine screw and nut and washer. I melted those holes through so they're less likely to rip out, and I did 2 attachment points at the top, 2 at the bottom, and then here in the middle I've just got a ladder lock buckle here on the side and another piece of webbing that goes around the side to hold it on. So 3 attachment points, top and bottom. To the frame I added some quick release tie outs so that I can strap some stuff to it. I can remove the pack bag and attach the top lid right to the frame, and I'm off on a day hunt. So I'm not going to go through the contents of the bag again. It's still my elk setup. It's got a Kifaru Grab-It on the bottom, which is a big plus. My TP will probably ride there for the haul in and then get dumped off to save me 7 pounds going up the mountain and set base camp. So I wanted to show that off. It's a cool little setup. I tested the ILBE by itself, loaded down the REI frame with the original REI pack. The REI pack was actually more comfortable, the frame was, especially after I put the MOLLE straps on it, but I needed the capacity of the ILBE pack. So I married the two together and ended up with what I think is going to be a pretty awesome system. Next thing, really quick, I wanted to talk about was something I did last week, kind of on a whim over the last month. I've been looking for good communications options for this elk hunting trip, and I kind of wanted to go ham. The handy talkies, I can increase the range a little bit. Nobody will tell you how much over the Motorola's, but I got better radios, better batteries, more options for frequencies. I went ahead this last Friday and took the technician class test. Missed 4 out of 35, passed the test. They're telling me that it takes about a week now to get a call sign. So when that happens, I'll share that information too, and we'll get out there and play. What I bought for radios, and there's so many reviews and videos, I'm not even going to take the time. The Baofeng UV5R. This is a V2 Plus. I bought 3 straight UV5Rs and 1 V2 Plus because I wanted a cool red one. Don't ask why, I just did. So I've been monitoring radio frequencies for the last week or so. This one is set up with my local fire department pager systems for a couple counties, local police departments that didn't switch to 800 megahertz. All the NOAA weather radio frequencies are on here. It's a pretty cool little radio, especially after you get used to using it and you get some idea how to program it. I've been using Chirp. I've got a computer dedicated to it. It's an older Dell that wasn't doing anything else, so I installed Chirp, and that's the only thing I really use it for. Here, weather radio in there. Really cool. I'm switching all of them over to these 7.5 inch whip antennas. I'm going to try one 16 inch whip antenna. All told though, the radio, the spare longer life battery, earpieces, new antennas, I'm going to be into these things for about $65, $70 per radio with all the accessories that I bought. You know, that's 2 handheld microphones, 2 earbuds, or 4 earbuds, 4 radios, 4 antennas, the original batteries and chargers, of course, the sync cable, the software's free. So, I mean, really not a bad investment, and the options are, I'm not going to say endless, but greatly increased over what I had before. So, the thing you're hanging out for, really. the contest. So, over the years I've amassed a lot of random gear. I've tried a lot of different things, but there are a few things that I'm really, really proud of for what I got them for and what they've been able to be used for. There are two that are just really, really amazing how inexpensively I got them. So, what the contest is going to be, and I'm going to give you a couple weeks to do it, is to find a piece of inexpensive kit. You don't have to go out and buy it now if you don't already have it. But the goal is to be inexpensive, be creative, and get a lot of versatility out of it. So my two pieces of kit right now that are worth talking about are, it's tarp. It's a Rainfly. It's actually a Rainfly off of like a Coleman brand dome tent, right? I picked it up for $5 at a Habitat for Humanity restore. And you can see it's got, I'm pretty sure that's Coleman's logo, the little lantern is on there. Blue and gray, there's nothing special about it, it's not tactical or anything, but it's a Rainfly, it's a waterproof tarp. I stitched in just a couple of different tie loops at where some of the pole pockets were, but I left the pole pockets, there was no sense in taking them out. At some point I might have a set of poles that works with it, but for versatility and cost, it's a great find. Like I said, $5, and this thing's gotta be probably 6 by 10 or so. Works great with my my hammocks. If I'm not playing Army and I want to use them out somewhere, it collapses down, pretty small, doesn't weigh much, it's waterproof. So for versatility wise, I've got a great cover that I can set up in all the different ways you can set any other tarp up. It's got a few great tie down points that I added to it. Still has the ability to use poles if I find poles that'll fit in the stake pockets and hold it up. You can use it to collect water, you can use it to collect leaves, you can use it as a blanket if you need to wrap yourself up like a bivvy, you can use it as, I mean, anything you can use a tarp for, same deal, but I'm into it for $5, and it's going to be better quality than the little blue, cheap, chintzy tarps that you pick up normally in the store to use. So that's one. I'm into that, like I said, into that for $5. Now, it's all set up right now, but it didn't come with everything. But it's still an amazing find for what I paid for it. I got just the stove itself. The stove and the gas line. I had to buy a pump, I had to buy a canister. This is a Whisper Light International by MSR. So the difference between the International and the regular is you get overseas somewhere and it's hard to find white gas. It'll burn MoGas or gasoline, unleaded gas. Or you change a jet out in it and it'll burn diesel or kerosene. Pretty awesome, really. Pretty versatile stove. I found it in the plumbing section of a Habitat, different Habitat than that one, but another Habitat for Humanity restore with a $1.50 price tag on it. Go buy one in the store. Without a canister, but with a pump, it's going to cost you $100 brand new. Buy them used, you're going to pay $65, $75 $1.50 at restore. That's an example of what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just a stove. It doesn't have a lot of versatile options, but the cost is outweighs so much on that one. So, here's what we're going to do. You're going to have 2 weeks-ish, October 4th. It's actually more like 3 weeks at this point, I guess. By the end of the day on October 4th, either photos with a write-up of where you found it, what you paid for it, and the uses you can use it for, posted on the Facebook page, the JLJ Monkey Facebook page, or a video response to this video posted to YouTube. Those are the two options. Myself, and if he's available, the previous winner at the last contest, Kyle Smith, will review all the entries, and we will pick a winner by October 10th. So what does the winner get? The winner's going to have to get back to me pretty quick because I'm in kind of a busy travel session. But the winner's going to have a choice between one of 2 tomahawks, and then I'm going to throw in a knife, and I'm going to throw in an older red dot scope that I don't use anymore. So honestly, I'm cleaning some stuff out. My wife loves me for it when I do it. So the tomahawks to choose from, SOG Fusion. I don't own Closet Queens, guys, so this one's been used. It's got some nicks in the finish. Blade's still in good shape. I'll probably touch it up before it goes anywhere, but it does show some use. Got a hammer pull on the side, spike on the back. The blade will hold an amazing edge, really will. With that will come the original SOG Fusion nylon belt sheath. Not a huge fan. So at some point in the life of this thing, I purchased a United brand tomahawk that was a similar design. and it came with a heavy leather sheath, which fits very, very nicely and holds up a lot better. So you'll get, if you choose this tomahawk, you'll get both sheaths with it. The other one is more of a hand axe, maybe. So I don't think it's the Lee Valley. If it is, I'm really giving away an awesome tool. You can find these little bearded hand axes on Amazon and read all about them. They say they are forged stainless that's then bead blasted to a nice finish. It's got an amazing edge on it. It hasn't been used much. I think I've taken some legs off some squirrels with it. It's got a roll pin through the handle and then a set screw in the back. So roll pin here, set screw in the back. Then I gave it a cord wrap on what is essentially a piece of 3/4 inch plywood laminate for the handle with some tarred bank line. It's got kind of a flimsy leather sheath that comes with it also, but really a cool design. You can choke up on it nice if you're doing some fine work, use it kind of like an ulu, which is what I really liked about it, but I haven't found any real use for it compared to, you know, my Wetterlings or my Fiskars or some of the others that I keep around. So you get to pick one of those two, and then we'll throw in Ducks Unlimited Schrade little single blade pocket knife. Nothing fancy, just a little single blade pocket knife. And then like I said, it's a BEC Ink Myra Dot Red Dot. It's got 11 brightness settings. It runs on little CR like 2032s or something, and it does need a new battery, but it functions. It's got like probably a 30mm tube on it. I used to use it on actually on a 22 target pistol. It's really lightweight, holds a zero pretty well. Good little tool. So those are what the winner gets. Again, versatility, cost versus value. So that was the big thing with the MSR, the $1.50 cost versus the value. I got it for like 1% of the new cost. Not quite, but pretty close. And creativity of where it's found. So get out, hit up the garage sales, the restores, the pawn shops, the Craigslist, the Facebook trading posts, eBay, whatever you got around, you know, and see what you can find, see what you can snag, and let's see some pictures, let's see some write-ups, and let's see some videos. So October 4th is the last day to get your entry in. I look forward to see what everybody comes up with. Thanks for taking time to watch the video, and throw some stuff down in the comments. If you've got any questions, head on over to the Facebook page and join there if you want. I'm trying to keep posts up on the blog about once a week. I missed this last week, but I'll post something there tonight, and we'll just keep going at this thing and see if I can get anybody's interest. So thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching it. Thanks for watching it, and hope to hear from some of you guys in the next few weeks.